All right, we're back. Had some technical difficulties, so I figured it was easier to just restart it so we can make sure that everybody can take part. Carolina Panthers pick is in, has not been announced yet, and I'm going to quickly update the current draft picks so that our ticker at the bottom can be accurate. And then the lines will be open for you to call in and react to the Carolina Panthers pick. All right, so we're going to go ahead and re-enable the call-in feature. Yeah, we back. We back. And we're going to open up the lines, all right? We are going to open up the lines because I want your reaction to the Carolina Panthers pick once that's made. So, cell phone, watch phone, camera phone, laptop, whatever you have, you can come on the show. You're going to limit everybody to about 60 seconds, right? Because I want to get a lot of interaction. I want to take your instant reaction to the Carolina Panthers and who they pick here at number 8 and call into the show. I haven't put the link out there yet. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So you all can join me. Very important. We're going to get this on the screen here in just a second. All right. There you go. Don't use it yet, but get ready to use it because that is the link that I want you all to use to call in and be a part of the show, all right? I'm going to pin that to the top for everybody on YouTube, but I did just put it out there in the messages. Um, wonder who it's going to be, right? Maybe we know who it's going to be. Some unknown guys from Georgia. But we will see. So get ready to call in. The link is there. Carolina Panthers pick is in. We do not know it yet. Once we do, we're going to put it on the screen. Hopefully, it's who I had it planned to be. Otherwise, it's going to take me a second to get that graphic ready. Let's see here. I'm getting ready in case it's not who I think it's going to be. Who is it going to be? Will it be a wide receiver? Will it be a safety? Will it be a defensive player out of Georgia? We're going to see very, very shortly who that player is. And then I want you to call in. Make sure your camera's turned on. Doesn't have to be the best lighting, professional lighting, but just make sure you turn your camera on. Make sure the place not too loud so I can hear you talk. Each person will get 60 seconds to be on the show. I'll give you a little ding to let you know when they're at the 60-second mark. Carolina Panthers. Aurora McMillan, a wide receiver out of Arizona. So let me update that and also get this draft pick available for you guys so we can talk about it. That's not what I wanted to show. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Give me just a second before we start to go to our calls. All right. Give me a second, everybody. I'm going to update everything, and then we're going to talk about it. Give me just a second. Actually, you know what? If I do all that, it's gonna take up too much time. So give me just a second. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm gonna talk about this pick by the Carolina Panthers. They picked a wide receiver out of Arizona, Tedorora McMillan, 6'4", 31-inch arms, 219 pounds. Prospect grade was a 6.4. Will become a good starter within 2 years. And let me see if I can find a little bit more information about him to share with you guys. Um, just a second. Give me just a Goodness gracious. All right, all right. Sorry it took me there a second. Murphy's Law. I don't have much information on this guy. That's crazy. All right. Give me one more second, and I'm going to bring you on, Thomas. We'll talk about it. You're going to be on the clock for 60 seconds. Let me just update the ticker, and then once I do, we'll start to bring you guys on with Carolina Panthers pick a wide receiver. Got Bryce Young some help. Man, a number 8 pick. Hmm. All right. We're going to do that right there. And we're going to come to here. Give me just a second, Thomas. We're gonna. Oh, I brought you on. I didn't even know I was bringing you on, but looks like you're there, Thomas. Give me just a second, though, Thomas. Uh, anyway, all right, Thomas, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, I got you muted. Now say something, Thomas.
All right, I can hear you.
Yeah, you couldn't hear me. You couldn't.
Yep,
All
yep, we're
right,
all good.
all right. So as you see on the bottom of the screen, was this the right pick for Carolina? The Carolina Panthers have picked wide receiver Tedorora. I can't say his name. McMillan out of Arizona. I'm watching TV. I got to admit, I went to bring up I had all this stuff planned out for all these possible
Hmm.
picks. He was none of them. I went to quickly find some information so I could put some graphics on the screen and tell you some highlights of the guy. Couldn't find them. I'm listening to the broadcast as we are live as well,
Hmm.
and some of those analysts say they're kind of surprised by this pick. Doesn't see him as a guy that was really at this number 8 pick. But you know what? This is your time. You're on the clock. Go. What you think?
I'm shocked. I mean, then again, I have the NFL Network coverage on, and Kurt Warner just said that he liked this pick. So I honestly thought they'd go defense. I mean, they you have the worst defense, but I mean, maybe there's something we don't know. There is so some good free agents out there that they were probably hoping to see if they can get cheaper. So hopefully this works out for Bryce. That him and Leggett can be that core group along with Hubbard and every other young piece that they can have for the future. So if this is the Bryce is the future like we hope and he's proven, then this pick is going to prove out. Hopefully, we can actually give him time, not be as disappointed as people thought with Leggett, but Leggett didn't play as terrible, but I see why they wanted to go after hail him as a down the field threat because Thielen's getting up there, but a little shocked by this one.
All right. That's at your time. Thumb up or thumb down,
You know
or
what?
you can say neutral. Thumb up, thumb down, or neutral.
I'll do like about 80%.
Up, neutral, or down. Those are your three.
Oh dear God, you sound like me when I'm talking to my students. Um, you know what? I'll go neutral.
We'll go
I
neutral.
don't hate it. I don't hate it. Little in between. I mean, I'm surprised. I thought they'd go defense, but neutral.
Hey Tom, it's good to see you still up. Uh,
Yep.
if we do anything else to get more picks tonight, I want to see you come back on. But thanks so much for calling.
All right, thank you, Chris. Have a good night.
You too. All right. So as you see on the bottom of the screen, on the bottom, was this the right pick for the Carolina Panthers? The link is in the comments. It's also pinned. So if you're out there, you got a reaction, I want you to call in. This is definitely part of the show where phone lines are open. I want your reaction to this pick for the Carolina Panthers. I don't know much about this guy, so I'm just going to go ahead and plug that there is a reason that I want you all to continue to subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications. We're going to go live again tomorrow, where we're going to have some more information about the player that was picked tonight, McMillan. Also going to have a chance to talk with him tonight, usually in about 30 minutes ish. The media will have the opportunity to talk with him and ask any questions. So if you have any good questions for him, let me know. And yeah, I'm surprised. So I'm even more surprised that it's a guy that I didn't even have on my list as a possibility, right? So let's talk big picture of this. Carolina Panthers defense was absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And that needs to get better. Now, did we get better with our free agent pickups? Yeah, we did. We got better with our free agent pickups. I guess the Carolina Panthers may have felt that it was good enough, but I don't. I just at this moment, I'm not liking it. Maybe Dan Morgan, when he talks to us tonight, is going to give me some more information, and I'll be like, okay, I'm more on board. Not to say that we would not need a wide receiver, but I just this wide receiver, a little bit confusing to me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Knucklehead K out there on the road, getting it in with the headset, the battery freshly charged. I see the red light beeping. How's it going?
Hey man, I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm really good. I'm really good. Hope the Rose is treating you right.
They doing a little something, it's no, it's good weather so far, a little warm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. K, Knucklehead K, you got 1 minute. You on the clock. I'm not gonna take up your time. Once I stop talking, that's when your minute will start. Whatever hot takes, reactions you had to this, let it fly.
I'm a little salty.
Uh oh.
I did not want that because I feel like if we were gonna take a wide receiver, I feel like we could have got one that's a little bit better hands wise than Tet. I feel like Golden Tate, I think that's his name, from Texas, the wide receiver. I feel like he would have been a better option. He's a more proven route runner. Um, I don't know. I just hope it works out. If we could have went defense, in my opinion. I don't know what Dan's plan is. I hope he plan to go get back either earlier in the second round or later, today. Cause I ain't satisfied with that tech pick. I don't know.
Now I'm gonna keep you on for a little bit longer than a minute because I'll be honest with you guys. I had not heard of this guy. Now I'm also gonna admit that I'm not a deep diehard college draft recruiting, but all the little resources, and even right now I'm looking at the best wide receivers available on NFL. I'm sorry, on ESPN.com, and this guy is nowhere even on the list. So I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong page, but again, had you heard? Are you familiar with Ted?
The only reason I heard of Tet was from watching, I watched Steve Smith's like little draft breakdown that he does of like the top, I think like 50 or so wide receivers. That's
Yeah.
the only reason I knew and heard of Tet. And then after that, of course, once Steve Smith posted it, everybody else started kind of going along. and saying Tet, Tet, Tet. But prior to that, I didn't know who he was. I, I don't know. And then after watching the film, after I'm like, nah, that's not who I want. But it's not my decision. Hopefully, Dan know more of what's going on than I do, cause it ain't looking good in my eyes.
Okay.
I'm like Thomas. I'm a little neutral. We're gonna see how it work out.
Okay. All right. Well, appreciate you. Be safe out there. Thank you as always for your support.
You know it. You be safe as well.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good one.
You as well. All right. So the link is still in the description. It's in the comments for you guys to call in if you want to. So just look at that. This knucklehead can't calling me back. Hold on. Let's see. This Does she mean to come back? All right. Don't know what's happened there, but hold on. Let me get her off. I think we might have hit the button accident. Oh man. All right. So Steve Smith did talk about Tatori. I can't say his name. I'm just gonna call him McMillan. And said, is he overrated? I have not watched this video, so I will have to watch this video. And, you know, does this mean our guy Steve Smith, maybe to his knowledge or unknowingly to his knowledge, listened to him very well and thinks highly of him? Steve Smith said a month ago that he's shocked that McMillan is not the number one wide receiver. Again, I don't know where this guy falls in the overall, but I just looked on several resources and I don't see him in the top 20. So I feel like even if Steve Smith is right that this guy is underrated, did you have to go and get him with the very first pick that you have in the first round, with the first round pick, with the number 8 overall pick? Did you have to go and get a guy who is underrated? And I feel like if this was the guy that they wanted so much, well then yeah, I would understand if Dan Morgan said if we get stuck with number 8, because now we're gonna have everybody wondering what the heck and why you would have certainly wanted to get pushed back because you're going after a guy that is underrated. So again, links in the description. I'll put it back in here now to call in and share your reaction to the pick. Just click on that link and you guys will be able to join us. Meanwhile, I'll go over some of these comments that have been coming in. Willie Smith says a wide receiver when we ranked last in defense. So again, we did pick up quite a few guys, but if this guy's underrated, why are we getting him with the 8th pick? All right. But that was Willie Smith with his comments there. Not too mad at you for that comment, Willie. Terrence Jones, injuries held us back, not roster. Terrence, give me more information on that. We did have some injuries on defense with Derek Brown. We did lose Shaq Thompson, but I don't know if we lost enough due to, and then Shaq Thompson's not even back. I don't know if we lost enough due to injuries last season where you're going to go ahead and say, oh, we don't need any help on the defensive side. Tershawn Wharton, defensive tackle. Michael Jackson, we re-signed him. Um, Trevon Moorhead is a safety. Pat Jones is a linebacker. I mean, some of these, it's not bad. Like, we definitely got better on defense, but just to not take, I don't know, this guy. All right, we got another call in. Appreciate the call in. So this is the interactive part of the show. Link is in the description. Link is in the comments. Let me know your reactions to the Carolina Panthers picking. I'm just going to call him McMillan because I have not had a chance to get his name correct. Hey, now I'm going to give you a little bit more than a minute. But you know what? In my reporting, I always go to be transparent with you guys. And I'm going to tell you, I hadn't heard of this guy before tonight. I looked on my little cheat sheet here that I got going. He wasn't listed in the top 20 of the wide receivers available. The last caller got me up to date saying Steve Smith has talked about him recently, and I looked, and okay, he has. I hadn't seen the video. First question, and I'm gonna give you your full minute. Had you heard of this player before?
I watched him a little bit in Arizona, but I don't like the pick.
All right, you're on the
I
clock. Go
do
ahead and
not
tell me your thoughts.
I do not like to pick, Chris. I do not like to pick whatsoever. Our defense, Walker was there. Walker was right there for us to pick. We need a explosive defensive end that can go after the quarterback. We were horrible on our defensive ends last year. I don't know. I don't like to pick. I guess I'm going on the line. I'm going down on this one. Yep,
You giving me the
down.
thumbs down?
Thumbs down. Big time thumbs down.
Now you say that you're familiar with him. So what kind of player have you seen or heard that he is?
I mean, Arizona based their offense pretty much around him. I mean, they had a little bit of a running back, but I mean, he was the number one guy, so he had a lot of spotlight there. I mean, and he didn't play. He played all right. He played some pretty decent teams, but I mean, played for Arizona, so he didn't play against the big teams. I mean, so I don't know. I'm a Wildcats fan. I've watched him a little bit, but this is not what we needed.
Let me ask you this part as well. So if he is good, but he was underrated, that's in my quick search here what I saw from Steve. Said, "What's up, little guy behind you? You can be on
Yes, my little
TV.
man.
What's up, little man?" He's like, "I can't hear you." Hey, if he is an underrated guy, then why did you have to use an eighth overall pick on an underrated guy? Could you not have waited till later since he's
Yeah, why?
underrated and got him?
Yeah, I mean, maybe trade with another team too. Also, I mean, I'm sorry. This is not a pick we needed. I mean, I know Thielen's getting older, but I mean, we got better wide receivers than better defensive ends. That was a bad pick.
Hey, maybe there's a trick up his sleeve and we'll be live a little bit longer than I thought tonight because maybe they'll do a trade or something. But Chance, did you have anything else?
No, that's good, man. How you feeling after your run?
I feel great. I feel great, man. I could talk about this all day. It was an amazing experience. I've never been around so many athletes all over the place running around. I'm thinking, man, I get tired just warming up, like seeing some of the guys warm up, running side to side. I did pretty good. I passed three people. I passed the most people in the race of anybody. It wasn't enough for us to
Nice.
win, but it was great. I can't wait to get in better shape to do it next year.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. It was awesome.
All right, man.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. So we're still, hey, as many times as you guys want to call in and do it, we'll talk about it. I want you to call in. Meanwhile, for those who do not call in, I'll just read through the comments. But the link is in the comment, and the link is in the description. Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna butcher his name. Tatoria McMillan, Arizona Wildcats, has been selected with their eighth overall pick, and I'm still going to be trying to find some information tonight about this guy so that I can talk more about it. But to me, that's like telling, right? If I'm struggling to find information about him, how anyway? So it looks like I found something, but I'm gonna go through looking at this and then reading through your all notes here. But Jared Van Hoof said he would have rather gotten Golden. Yeah, Matthew Golden out of Texas, Jaden Higgins, Harris out of Ole Miss. Yeah, a few guys, but appreciate it, Jared. Your comment. Savage Wolverine. Nah, going for a reason ain't it. Worst defense in NFL history, and we were extremely bad. I know there's help needed on offense, but defense needs more help. I'm just mad that, because I had on my. Let me see if I can bring this back up. Um, no, it looks like I took it away. But I had wide receiver as what could be one of the top three needs: safety, defense, wide receiver. So I was with you on that, Dan. Top three, wide receiver. But the guy that you picked at that wide receiver, just I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Here we go, Leonard Kowalski. I'm absolutely disgusted by this pick. Worst defense in NFL history. Tet doesn't even like to watch film. Well on his way to Jamarcus Russell status. Again, we will have the opportunity to talk with the Panthers tonight, as well as Tet. I guess this is the nickname. I know I can say that better than anybody else, better than his full name. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to get through some more of your comments here. Dan Morgan does feel like he is done with the draft tonight. Dan Morgan again says that the Panthers are done drafting tonight. Um, McMillan also says that he has, I'm sorry, Morgan says of McMillan that he has good speed, hands are elite. He ran a 4.540 at his pro day. So he's not even a speed guy. A 4.540. I'm not saying a 4.540 is just the worst thing in the world. I'm not saying that by any means. But when you think about adding to this offense, giving Bryce Young more weapons, you don't feel like Xavier Legette is a speedster. Um, Coker, Coker has a little speed to him. Coker has a little speed to him. Yeah, you kind of now you don't want necessarily a guy that can run lights out, but he can't catch, he can't run any route. So there's a balance to it for sure. But a 4.53, uh, all right, let's continue to run through these comments here. Federico, no one wants him. Yeah, this is just crazy. How do you not draft Jalen Walker? Yeah. How do you not draft Jalen Walker? It's crazy. Adrian Stewart, we need to get Mike Green with our next pick. I mean, you can say Mike Green for our next pick, but I'm still not happy about the first pick. That's what I'm not happy about is that first pick. And then maybe we can think about Greeny. Anyway, let's continue to run through these comments again. Probably stay live for about another 10 minutes, give you guys a chance to react. There's an opportunity to click on the link, come on to the broadcast. But again, was this the right pick for the Carolina Panthers? If you guys aren't calling in, you just leave a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. D'Amico Walker says, crazy pick. LOL. Yeah, crazy pick. I'm gonna have to. I guess I got some work to do tonight. I got some learning of who we got. Appreciate your comment there. Diatrell says, "What's up, Chris? Great night." Are you saying a great night because like we're doing a live video show, you like it, or are you saying great night with that pick? I don't think you're saying great night with that pick. All right, B Stallion. Hey Chris, I'm not upset with this pick. Just not excited about it. So then you should be upset. When your team builds on their season, they start out a little sputtering, a little this. Bryce Young, he gets benched. Oh no, Andy Dalton comes out. Great first game. Then Andy kind of starts to fade a little bit. Oh no, Andy Dalton gets in an accident. Bryce Young comes back. Oh, look at this team. We're winning games. We look competitive. This could work. Great game in Germany. Great game against the Chiefs. Great game against many of the teams. Great game against the Eagles. Xavier Leggett drops the ball. Almost could have caught it. Maybe it's just like you have all of this momentum and this potential going. And now you also have not a late first round pick. You actually have a decent pick because the year before you didn't even have a pick because of the trades that you made to get Bryce Young, which last year you looked like it was going to be a bust. But I'm just saying, yesterday I was talking and there was optimism from me because this is like the first year that you have optimism because of the team doing decent the previous year and all of those people coming back. You've had optimism in the past because some guys got fired, this guy's got fired, got all these new coaches coming in, and that's why you have the optimism. This is the first time in a very long time that you've had optimism and hope with the same coaching staff, general manager, head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and lots of players. You know, your key player on offense, you got him. Bryce Young, your key players on defense, Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, you got him. And then you got a number 8 overall pick. Let's get another piece that we can build on. We talked about Jalen Walker. I mean, again, I had safety, but knowing we wouldn't need to go high. Okay, so really, I was defensive edge slash linebacker or wide receiver, and they went wide receiver, so I'm not mad at that. I just don't like this guy. All right, let me read B sides. I'm not upset with the pick, just not excited about. I think there were better offensive options for the team from this draft. Where's yes, I agree. My pick would have been tight end Warren, better all around player. Appreciate you, B Stallion. Thank you for the comment. Again, you guys do have the option to call in. There's a link in the description, link in the comments. Just click on that on your cell phone or your computer. Love to have you on, hear your comments. That is what this is about right now. Instant reaction to the Carolina Panthers number 8 overall pick. All right, let's keep going through it. Seward, let's just hope they know something that we don't. Man, I can tell you right now from the press conference, I I don't see that they revealed anything that's big that that I don't know. But let me what just happened here? All right. We gotta get the camera back, so give me just a second. But yeah, Dan Morgan and Dave, they spoken. Yeah, give me just a second, guys. Let me try to fix this camera super quick. All right, appreciate you being with me for that quick break. Let's just hope they know something that we don't. I get that. Let's hope they know something that we don't. And certainly, you want to give those guys credit for being smart, having due diligence. The amount of people that's involved in making these picks is a lot. The amount of data that they collect is far more than I and you combined could have done. They have scouts, dozens of scouts, analytics guys. I mean, they have a whole team and a lot of computing power to look at, evaluate, and think about things. So you definitely want to say they could know something that we don't. I'm just going to keep going back to saying, even if they know something that we don't, Dan Morgan tonight and speaking with the media did not say anything that was like, okay, other than he said we're done for the night. They believe in him, but they feel like he has good speed when he's playing the game. Okay, so you have the 40-second dash, you have all these other metrics that people do at the combine, but then there's always this, hey, but how fast can he play football? Like certain drills, they don't feel like really translate into what a player may be doing on the field. I get that. I get that. You're not out there in track spikes and t-shirts and just running in a straight line. Sometimes you can be if you're a wide receiver on a go route and you're a cornerback defending the guy, but even the safety, he's not taking a straight line, okay? But those big plays and those options, they don't happen often in a game. And to me, it was a lot for a guy at number 8. That's just, I could be okay with it overall, but just at number 8, I just can't take it at number 8. Far City Kitty, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping we would draft some defense. Yeah, and again, for me, it didn't 100% have to be defense. You certainly would understand a defensive move. All right, but anyway, Michael McMartin said we still have 8 picks. There have been so many later picks in past drafts for every team that turned out to be stars. We just need to make sure we hit on those picks. So I'm not mad at you there, Michael. Michael's taking the approach of we didn't do what I wanted us to do, but we still have an opportunity to do what we need to do. All right, did you get that? We didn't do what I wanted them to do, but we still have an opportunity to do what we need to do to improve this team. So appreciate the comment there, Michael. So let's go ahead and take a look back at the draft picks that we have for this year. All right, so we have first round pick that was just already used on McMillan. And then we have, I think it's number 57, but we have a third round pick. We also have a fourth round pick. We got the Cowboys' fourth round pick. I think that might have been from the Jonathan Mingo trade. Nevertheless, we have a fifth round pick. We also have 2 more fifth round picks, one being from the New York Giants, the other one being from the Baltimore Ravens. And then we have the Cardinals pick, 7th round. So let me count this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that's right. So we still have 8 picks left to go in this draft. No more tonight. And yeah, that's it. I'll give you guys another 60 seconds in case anybody wants to call in before we get out of here. We will come back on should Dan Morgan do something. But again, Dan has already spoken and said that he is done for the night. So, yeah, make it or break it. Good gracious, I can't believe he did that. McMillan. Interesting, interesting, interesting. All right, about 30 more seconds before we get out of here. Hey, let me go ahead and show this schedule. All right. We got a lot of stuff lined up for you guys. Obviously, tonight is Thursday night, the first round, which we're basically uh, doing that right now. As you see here, we were and have been live since 7:30, and we'll be wrapping up now that the Carolina Panthers have made. This is incorrect. It says 9. We did have the number 8, not 9 pick. But tomorrow we will be back live again at approximately 9:15 as the Carolina Panthers resume their picks tomorrow, and we'll be bringing you updates and information on all those guys. No coverage planned for Saturday, but we will have coverage Monday night at 8 o'clock, where we will review every Carolina Panther pick that has taken place, and we will grade those picks. All right. So if you're new watching, Chris Jenkins, aka Man of the People, I love bringing you content. Credentialed member of the media. That means I do get a chance to talk with the players, coaches, interviews with them as well, and you guys control the show, so that's why I go live, because I want to give you an opportunity to have a friend in the media, which is myself, to talk with, dissect, answer any questions. So I hope that you consider liking. If you're over on Twitter, feel free to go over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and not on Twitter, feel free to follow us on Twitter. And we're in the off season right now, so I can't brag about this too much, but we do have the absolute best photographer in the business. I'm sure if you've seen a picture of the Panthers that you like, it was from our photographer, Patrick Snyder. So give us a follow over on Instagram to check us out there. I didn't see any more call-ins. I think lots of the Panther Nation is not happy, but picks in. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.